What's up, Aries? How y'all doing? Now it's time for your extended reading. This is where, if you could imagine that the month of June is like a washcloth and you're wringing it out, and I'm just squeezing every last drop of information out of June that I possibly can. So, for those of you who would like to find out how to schedule a personal reading, please check the description box of this video. That's where you'll find everything you need to know. All right. Starting these off with the singles. Pretty sure that's the majority of you, right? Singles with a love interest in mind. Let's see. Single Aries. What wants to come through? Oh, the Justice. Some of you interested in a Libra, possibly? Didn't this already come through for you? Didn't we already get that for you? King of Wands. Look at this. Look at that right there. You're starting to notice some red flags, though. That's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing a big battle between heart and mind, between you and this person. Maybe you were trying to ignore the red flags at first, or maybe you were just kind of hoping that they weren't really red flags, but with the 8 of Swords reversed, 10 of Wands, you're kind of starting to come to your senses about this person. And it's bugging you. It's bothering you. I think you're realizing some truths that you don't really want to think about. What is up with all these wands, dude? You're still waiting to hear from them, though. You're still waiting, hoping, wishing that something's going to happen here. Oh, is there a third party in the mix? Is that what it is? Maybe some of you are interested in somebody who's already in a relationship, possibly. But even if they're not currently in a relationship, I feel like there's definitely somebody else on their mind too. Now, I'm saying that they're not interested in you. If they are interested in you, looks like they're probably juggling you and somebody else in their mind, at least. I don't know if they're like actively seeing you and somebody else, but there's definitely somebody else that they're interested in. This is a codependency connection here. I don't know who the codependent one is. Maybe it's them. You see that a lot when somebody's emotionally codependent. You see very frequently they don't care who they get with. Don't care who. It's just like, I just need somebody. Whoever is the quickest, easiest person to come love me as soon as possible, then you win. You know, like I have 2 people in mind. There's this person and this person. Well, this person seems like a really good person. They got their priorities in order, but they work a lot. They're really busy. Probably won't get to see them all that much, and it's because they're building an empire. They're building an empire and they're on the path to success. This person over here really seems like a piece of shit, but it's easier, more convenient. So I think I'm going to go chase after this person right here. And they don't even really seem like they're all that interested in me either, but it's easier. It's quicker and easier, It's kind of weird. You see that happen a lot with codependent people. So I'm kind of feeling like this person is kind of lonely, empty, and codependent, and they don't really know exactly what they want or who they want it with. For some of you, it could be a past person that they're trying to reconcile. It's either a past person they're trying to reconcile with, or somebody they have past history with that they're on and off with. There's somebody else in the mix here. Could be an Aquarius for some of you, also a Virgo and Libra. Well, let's see how they feel about you. How do they see you? How do they feel about you? How's this person view Aries? See, hey, they got feelings for you, though. They do. And they do. So it's like, okay, well, if you got feelings for me, then what's the problem? What's the holdup? What are we waiting on then? Let's look at their energy. Let's give this person an energy check. Yep, that don't surprise me none. This person's battling some demons. They have a demon attached to them. Oh, that's very real. Oh, yes, it is. If you think that's not real, you are sorely mistaken. This person has lots of demons attached to them. They don't really know what they want to do. I think this person's a commitment phobe. That's what it is. They're afraid of commitment. You know, do they have feelings for you? Yes, they do. But they're like, man, I don't know if I want to commit though. Do I move forward with Aries or do I just keep my options open, play around, and maybe something better will come along? Maybe. I don't know. Plus, with the 7 of Cups, Devil card, it also kind of feels like they're afraid of committing to one sex partner for the rest of their life. They're afraid of that. And it's like, if you're scared of that, you scared of only having one sex partner for the rest of your life, you ain't ready. You ain't ready. Hang it up. Why are you even looking for a relationship anyway? You know? No point. So I do think they are a commitment phobe. They don't know what they want. Again, I think they're juggling you and somebody else. But it's not just you and somebody else. It's you, somebody else, or just should I just go play around, sleep around, and just see what's out there? Play the field, shop around, and just see what's out there. Take the chance of completely destroying my energy, getting my heart broke 100,000 times, being lied to, cheated on, fucked over. Do I take the chance in going through all that? Or do I settle down with somebody who is clearly a valuable individual? This person's a mess. They are a mess. The signs I have on the table are Leo, Capricorn, Taurus, Sagittarius, and Virgo again. A lot of Virgo energy coming through here for you. Well, let's see the outcome. What's happening? Anything happening? We're going to keep checking up on this situation. See, this is the reason why I give advice. Because if I give advice and enough of the collective takes that advice, it'll change the timeline. If enough of the collective takes the advice. If not, then you stay on your default timeline and just let life happen to you. And if that's what you choose to do, then that's what you choose to do. It is what it is. What's the outcome? What's happening here? King of Pentacles. Yeah, you're coming to your senses. Like I said, you're keeping your priorities in order. You're not foregoing your commitments, your priorities. I don't see you letting your common sense fly out the window much as you want to. 10 of Pentacles reversed. Hangman. Yep. 7 of Swords. Okay. Not a whole lot happening here. You might just get tired of this shit altogether and just randomly block this person. That's kind of what I'm feeling like is going to happen here with that 8 of Wands in the reverse. You ain't explaining yourself. You just wake up, you get a wild hair up your ass one day, bam, you just block them. Block them. No explanation, no nothing. I just see you blocking this person randomly. Yep, death card. Yep. Could be a Scorpio for some of you. Okay. Well, advice. Let's get the advice then. Ooh, moon card reverse. Well, do you really want to just completely block them without at least opening up? I mean, that's an open-ended question. I'm not alluding to one thing or another. That's just a serious question. You don't want to open up to them. You don't want to I don't know, at least let them know how you feel or what your intentions are, what you want. It may be completely pointless. Like, what's the point? You know? But I just think that big picture, like way later on down the line, looking back, it's not uncommon for us to take a look back at an experience and think to ourselves, well, what if I would have done it this way? What if I would have said that? Would things have happened differently? So, this is just a suggestion. There's nothing wrong with what I see you doing. If you do decide just to randomly block this person, I don't see anything wrong with that. Um, However, take into consideration 5 years down the line, when you look back, you don't want to be looking back on something thinking, well, what if it would have turned out different? You don't want to be thinking that. So, unless you're very, very solid in your decisions when you make a decision, which most Aries I've met, I'm going to be real with you. Most Aries I've met, solid in their decisions. They can make the dumbest fucking decision in the world and own it. Own it. I know that was the stupidest fucking thing I've ever done, but I meant to do that. Like, own that shit, you know? So, just in case though, just in case you think you may end up 5 years down the line looking back, well, what if I would have at least told them? Would it have played out differently? That's just a suggestion. If you choose not to, nothing wrong with that either. All right, let's see here. Let's look at who's coming in. The next contract due to come in. Let me phrase that more clearly. The next contract due to come in. Let's see. Let's see if this is somebody you already know. Is the next person coming in somebody Aries already knows? Four of Swords. Probably not, honestly. Probably not. Because as a matter of fact, I feel like that doorway won't open until you release it. I know y'all have heard me say that a million times. On my last pay-per-view episode of Mastering the Matrix on High Vibe TV, I explained the science behind why that happens that way. And yes, there is science behind it. That is not an accident. There's a very specific reason why that happens. But the minute, for whatever reason, whether maybe something else just grabs your attention, maybe you set a goal like, now, you know what? I'm going to make it my goal to buy a nicer, newer car this year. So I'm focusing all my energy towards that. I don't give a shit about nothing else. So I'm going to start working overtime every single week for the next 6 months until I get up enough money in savings to get a nicer, newer car. And then you just laser focus. I'm not worried about nothing else, nobody else. I'm not going out to the club no more for a good 6 months. And then I'm not thinking about dating. I'm not worried about dating right now. I want to get my car. I'm dedicating the next 6 months to my car. And then you zone in, and all you're thinking about is working towards your goal. Next thing you know, you turn the corner, bam, you run right into them when you're not thinking about it. For those of you who watch Mastering the Matrix, you know when you're not thinking about it. That's the only time it can happen. Boom. Queen of Swords. Nope. I don't think this is somebody that you already know. Like I said, it's probably going to go through a talking phase in the beginning, though. Could be somebody at the workplace for some of you, too. Maybe like a new hire at the workplace. Somebody new comes in, and honestly, you may not even really feel all that connected to them in the beginning. It's that energy of that new person comes in and they're working next to you, and you notice them, but you don't put a whole lot of thought into them. And then one day, randomly, I don't know, sitting near you at lunch break, and they kind of overhear your conversation, and they say, "Hey, by the way, I overheard you talking about this." And then the two of you come together and start talking, and then bam, tight connection. That's kind of how I see this coming together. Going to be kind of unexpected, very unexpected. Probably a random person, not somebody that you currently know. Let's look at their intentions. Let's see what kind of situation this is going to be. Ooh, Lover's card. And look what else jumped out here. King of Cups and the Three of Swords. Of course, every time I read a new connection, some kind of past heartbreak always comes in. It just get used to that, man. I don't know why that always has to come through like that, but it always does. But yeah, they feel a hell of a strong. They probably, Page of Cups, feel a stronger connection with you than you do with them in the beginning. Real talk. And again, I think it's somebody at the workplace. This person is all about they work and they finance. Kind of materialistic. Look at all this. Somebody at the workplace, dude. How am I? I can't steer around that. This is a workplace connection. Look at that. High Priestess. Could be a Cancer for some of you. All right. Yeah. So now this person is a little bit of a commitment phobe too. However, I don't think that they are a commitment phobe because they want to play games. I think that the reason why this person is afraid to commit because they're afraid of falling madly in fucking love. They give up their entire identity, which they shouldn't be doing that anyway, but you fall madly in love, you give up your identity and give up your whole life to this person just for them to wake up one day and say, "You know what? I'm not feeling you no more." Yep. Yeah, I know I said I love you and all, and I know we've been planning for the future, but I woke up this morning and the wind was blowing in a different direction, and you know what? It just made me feel a little bit different. So I think I'm gonna like completely fuck you over just because I woke up in a different mood this morning. So yeah, fuck your feelings. That's what they're afraid of because that's happened to them in the past. I think it's happened to all of us at least once, hasn't it? I think it's happened to all of us at least once. And that's what they're afraid of. So I don't think there's any bad intentions into it. They're just afraid. Yeah, they're afraid of repeating past heartbreak. Yeah, they don't want no drama. They want the picture perfect, what we all want, the happy, successful love relationship where we're both committed and loyal to each other, and just like something that you would see in the movies, right? It's what they want. It's what we all want, but they scared. Well, let's see the outcome then. What's the outcome for the first month? What is the outcome for the first month of the next person coming in? Two of Pentacles reversed. King of Wands. Okay, that's good. You see very clearly that this person ain't playing. I think you're going to realize the two of you are actually finding happiness together for the first time ever. Ten of Cups. So this is headed in a very, very positive direction. There's just a few messy energies that we got to work through in the beginning, but it's all good. Whatever demons are attached, y'all work through that. I see you working through that. I see a lot of adjustments being made too for those of you who end up in a workplace relationship. I see adjustments being made, like to make make this connection easier. Like if your work schedules, are conflicting, I see adjustments being made to make that work out. Yeah, it looks like this looks. What else? What else do you need other than this card right here to see? That's what we all want. That's it right there. That happy, successful relationship. Looks like blessings are coming in. Blessings are coming in, though. What's the advice then? That's not very deep. Sorry, that's not very deep and profound. What's the advice then? Is there any advice for Aries? Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. Just don't forego your priorities. Whenever the right person comes along, you won't have to. You won't have to forego your priorities. You will not have to. Clear up any unfinished business from the past. 10 of Cups again, though. Look at that. Clear up any unfinished business from the past. Do not let this new connection distract you from any healing that needs to be done. This advice comes up a lot for lots of different people, but that's very, very prevalent. We see that a lot. You get your heart broke. What do most people do whenever they're heartbroken? What do most people do? Try to jump straight into a new relationship, don't they? That's what most people do. And that's why most relationships fail. Do not allow a new connection to distract you from the healing that needs to be done. And definitely don't jump into a new relationship with the intention of trying to distract yourself from that heartbreak. May as well just go get drunk. Same energy. It's the exact same energy. It's the exact same thing. Just go get drunk. Just go to the bar. Go to the bar and get drunk. You forget about it. You won't be thinking about it. It won't hurt. Same energy. Change the color of my light behind me. I like that blue. Anyway, though. All right. Okie dokie. I guess let's go ahead and do another current person reading. Let's go ahead and do another current person. Current person. If you're not experiencing any issues with the person you're currently with, this is not for you. Any last details of information that were left out of the current person reading? Any last details? Page of Pentacles reverse. See, some of you, I don't know if you have kids with this person. You feel like you're all alone anyways. You feel all alone anyways. You don't even really feel all that connected to this person anyways. I kind of feel like, especially for those of you who have kids with this person, some of you are only with this person for the kids. And this is a really slippery slope because this is such a controversial topic on the internet today. Do you keep a toxic relationship together for the kids? Is that good for the kids' well-being? Or do you leave and raise the child in a single-parent household? Like, which is worse? Or do you leave and dedicate your energy to becoming the highest vibrational, most valuable version of yourself that you possibly can, so that you can attract a person that will come fill that role? Because they're out there. They're out there. There's 8 billion human beings walking the face of this earth. Trust me, there's one out there that'll come fill that space. Yes, there is. Oh, yes, there is. But question is, big picture, what do we do? What do we do? Big picture, the next 20 years, what will be the best for the kids? I'll tell you what I did. I got out of my toxic marriage. I got out of it. Was that easy? No. Did my kids go through fucking hell? Yeah, temporarily. Yeah. They went through a few years of very, very, very hard times. But now they got it fucking made. Because I was thinking big picture. That's just what I did. I'm not saying do this. And I know not everybody has kids with this person, but I know at least one person needed to hear that. Oh, this is a karmic soulmate you're dealing with here. Okay. Yeah, it's getting to the point to where I don't even really think this connection serves a spiritual purpose anymore. I feel like y'all already completed your soul contract. You already completed it. Whatever it was that y'all, some of you, especially if you have kids with this person, that's the only reason y'all ever even came together to begin with, was to bring the kid into this world. And that's it. That was all that was in the soul contract. Bam. Now it's complete. But you feel all alone. The two of you don't even speak the same damn language. And it's getting to the point to where all this connection is doing is destroying your vibration. That's all it's doing. It's all it's doing. It's not providing you with anything good. There's definitely not. There's a lot of manipulation, emotional manipulation, mind games being played. Let's look at this person's energy, I guess. Man, that looks like, that's why I lit the sage, because I could feel the energy that was pulling into the room, dude. What's this person's energy look like then? 8 of Cups in the reverse, so they're afraid to walk away. Yeah, they're afraid to make a leap out into the unknown. You've become their comfort zone. No, they're not really in love with you anymore. Not really, but you're their comfort zone. King of Wands reversed. See, they've become comfortable treating you however they want. They've become comfortable with it. Especially for those of you who have been on and off with this person. If you've been on and off with this person's comfortable with treating you however they want, because they know you'll just keep coming back. So what's the incentive to change? They've never really had to suffer a consequence. Not really. Not really. Any consequence they've had to suffer is a temporary separation from you. But then you come back and that tells them that that's only temporary. Aries might leave for a little bit, but all I got to do is boo-hoo and cry and whine and Aries will come back. Aries got a big fucking heart. And I know how to poke at it to get what I want. Easy. So, shit, I can act however I want. I got to change nothing. Why would I have to change anything? You've proven to me that it's easy. All I got to do is poke you in the heart a few times, and I'll get whatever I want out of you. So, do I feel the incentive to go inside and do the hard work of improving myself? No, I don't want to do that. Why would I need to do that when all I got to do is poke you in the heart a couple times and I get whatever I want out of you. So I'm not changing nothing. I ain't changing shit. It's become kind of like a game to him. But at the deepest level, let's say something were to happen to you. Now, I'm not saying that here, so don't freak out. I'm just saying if something were to happen to you, this person will be completely fucking lost. Because this has become their comfort zone. This has become their comfort zone. They wouldn't even know how to function without you. They wouldn't even know where to go in life without you. So that's where we have a situation that's really messy. All tarot cards aside, let me just throw something out there for you. You know what the best thing that ever happened to me was? Best thing in my life? Everybody abandoned me and left me for dead. Everybody. Everybody. Best thing that ever happened to me. You know why? Because when you're on the brink of death, you'll figure out how to survive. So for those of you who may be staying with this person because you're afraid, oh my God, well, they wouldn't even be able to survive without me. I don't like them, but I don't want them to die. They ain't gonna fucking die. No, they ain't. They'll figure it out. Maybe they may have to sleep on the streets. Fuck it. Oh well, they'll figure it out. They'll figure it out. What's the advice, man? What's the advice? Oh, this energy's heavy in here, boy. This energy is heavy. Boom. 7 of Pentacles. Okay. All right, you got one or two choices. One or two choices. Either A, do what you know needs to be done, which is walk away because you know it needs to be done, or accept the fact that what you got's what you got. No, it's probably never going to improve. Take a look at the last year. What did the last year look like? That's what the next year is going to look like. For those of you who have been with this person long term, like 5 years, take a look at the last 5 years. That's going to be the next 5. And the 5 after that, and the 5 after that, until death does you part. And hey, if that's what you want to do, I respect that. Totally respect that. I'm just saying that, sometimes we can tend to get caught up in trying to force things to happen a certain way when the universe clearly shows us it's not going to happen that way. That's not part of your life path. The universe will not let it happen that way. So, okay then. Then what I got here is what I got here. I may as well just accept it and quit bitching. Or make a fucking change. And it's going to be a hard change. Okay, well, I feel like those were the messages that my Aries friends needed to hear, so I'm going to go ahead and end this video here. Thank you all again for tuning in and playing along. I'm so thankful for all the love, support, and positive feedback. Y'all are still showing me after 5 long years, dude. Every time I get on here and do this, it really does make my job worthwhile here on YouTube, y'all. I know I say that at the end of every video, but I mean that with all my heart. I greatly appreciate y'all, man. Don't forget to look in the description of this video if you would like to schedule a personal reading. Oh, for those of you who have missed the memo, we looked at the schedule and we have added the 48-hour pre-recorded personal readings back on the list. Okay, but not the 24 hours. Those were the ones that were jamming me up on and getting in the way of the schedule. The 24-hour same day readings, those were getting hard to keep up with. But for those of you really wanting the pre-recorded personal readings, we added the 48 hours on there so far and the 48 only. I might throw the 72 hours on there, maybe possibly. But for now, I've put those back on the list for you guys because there were so many people begging. How long is it going to be like this? We took a look at it and I was able to add that back on there. So for those of you who are asking, look in the description of the video. Everything is on my website, tarotwithrich.com. All right, y'all, I'm out of here now. Thanks again for tuning in. I will see you sometime between now and the rest of all eternity. Y'all stay blessed.